Guys, how do I proceed with life? I just finished Stranger Things, and I'm amazed, and I loved it, and I laughed, and I geeked out, and then I cried. Well, not literally, but on the inside, I cried. It's such an emotional show, and it's also awesome at the same time. So many mixed emotions. What do I do? What do I do? Hey guys, it's Woody here, or Will, and welcome to my review of Stranger Things, Season 1. Oh my goodness. So, my friends started watching this with me. Well, Ryan and I started watching this on Saturday. And I really got into it. So I ended up finishing the series tonight. It is Tuesday night. I finished it before him because I was just so well, first of all, I'm free. I have nothing going on Tuesdays. And I only had episodes 7 and 8 to finish today, so I was like, I'm binging it and I'm making a review because this show is amazing. I'm just gonna throw out a bunch of pros. The 80s setting, awesome. I loved all the music in the show. Should I stay or should I go? Obviously, being a big important song played an important part in the beginning, well, the first few episodes. And can I just give a shout out? Winona Ryder as Mrs. Byer. Oh my gosh. You were amazing. You showed what it was like to be a mother, never losing hope, going through the loss of your son, not death loss, because, well, I probably should have done a spoiler warning. Well, that's on the title. So yeah, after your son goes missing, obviously he does not end up dead, but we thought he was dead. You did an amazing job of portraying a mom, always finding ways, never stopping, going, doing anything at all costs to find your son. Anyway, Winona Ryder, you did amazing. And such a great cast. I mean, I can't even begin to explain. Dustin is such a likable character, admit it. Everybody who watched this show knows, who doesn't like Dustin? Dustin's awesome. Also, another great character, Mike. Mike was amazing. And, Eleven. Such a great character. We really started to feel for her, to love her as a character. And the journey that she went on in these 8 episodes was crazy. And I was not expecting her to die at the end, honestly. But I was wondering, at that final fight, against the Demogorgon and Dustin and Mike and Lucas, 11 was already drained enough, and we didn't know, is she gonna survive, and then, who would have thought? Well, that's just 11's character, her sweeping in to save the day, literally draining all of the energy from her body, literally disintegrating herself and the Demogorgon. I mean, wow. I'm so sad that she died, but man, was that empowering to see. She's just such a great character, and I loved the kind of side story arc that was developing and kind of connecting Jonathan, also never giving up, going kind of on these little solo runs to find things out about his brother. At first he was accepting that he died, and then all this kind of unfolded. Hopper, he went on this private mission to Hawkins' lab, and he, found out, Will was not dead, the body was stuffed, all that, and So all of these people, forming an alliance, everything coming together, everybody starting off at one point, the boys, Jonathan, Will's mom, and Nancy, along with Steve. Nancy and Steve, both amazing characters. I love Nancy. And with Steve, we were kind of like, is he going to be like a jock type person? Is he going to be one of those completely ignorant, mean jerks? And we were kind of questioning that the whole time. And ultimately, we found out that despite the jerky things he's done in the past, especially when he was with Tommy and Carol, who just are not good friends. I mean, such a bad influence, throwing each other around. Why would you even be friends with Tommy and Carol, And we see Steve eventually, become likable at the end of the series, work together, with Nancy and Jonathan, and this alliance that Nancy and Jonathan formed was just amazing. And just, I cannot begin, to explain everything I thought about during the course of the show. It was awesome. Oh, and one cool thing I noticed was that Steve Harrington was wearing the same Nike red shoes. I forgot what they were called. Like Nike Air or something? I can't really remember. Same shoes Marty McFly from Back to the Future wore. Isn't that cool? And this finale, the episode 8, left us on a very interesting note. Lots of things, branching out. And season 2 has been confirmed. For all we know, they could be filming it right now. And so there were lots of things setting up season 2. What did I just press? There we go. Like at the end, we saw Hopper get in this car that he was waiting for right outside the hospital. I really hope we can trust him. I really hope he's on to something. And we saw him put Eggo waffles and some other food in this little, container. It seemed like a wooden type container in the middle of the woods. So does that mean that he can summon back 11 in some way? This has to have some sort of significance with 11, because why else would he be putting Eggo waffles out in the middle of the woods? Think about it. And it was so great to see Will finally come back and come back to normal again after this season-long journey, and it felt like forever to find Will. And then we see he doesn't feel so well. He goes to the bathroom and he spits out a tiny, one of those slugs. And it was the same thing that came out of Barb's dead body. Now, I forgot to speak about Barb. I was really sad that Barb died, and so early on. I didn't expect that. But yeah, I'd really like to see the actress who plays Barb get casted in more movies / TV shows, because I'd really like to see her in some more stuff. She's a really good actress. So yeah, and I wonder what we're going to find out in season 2 about Will. What is he gonna have after effects? Oh, and then it flashed, and he, for a second there, he was in the Upside Down again. And I wonder what we're gonna find out about that. Maybe it had to do something with that snake thing that went down his throat. Who knows? Anyway, great series. If you haven't watched it, I recommend you do. And if you haven't watched it, I kind of just spoiled the whole series to you in a nutshell. So, it says spoiler on here, so I'm sorry. I don't know if I could have done much more, but yeah. I'm really excited. When we get closer to season 2, we don't really know when that is, but I would imagine it might be sometime next year. I don't know, maybe early next year, mid next year, who knows? But nevertheless, I will be watching Stranger Things season 2. And if you guys have any more suggestions for me to do, any more videos of anything, please let me know. Thanks for all the support. Bye, guys.